Hello, Krishna. Now my voice is reaching you. Hello, Krishna. Now my voice is reaching you. I hope it is fine. Krishna, now my voice is reaching you. I hope I hope the voice is fine now. So let me explain you the basic syntax of for loop again, because most of the people have not able to hear my voice. So for first I have to write down for, then initialization statement, then test expression. Okay, then I have to write down the update statement. But this update statement will execute at the very end, right? So first initialization statement will execute, then test expression will execute. If the test expression condition is true, then it will execute the body of the loop. And after the execution of the body, the control will go back to the update statement, right? So it will execute the update statement, and after the execution of the update statement, it will execute the test expression. Okay. If test expression is true, then it will again execute the body, and the same process will repeat and repeat till the test expression is true. When test expression is false, the control comes out of the loop, or it will skip the body of the loop. Okay, so this is the basic idea about for loop which you need to follow. Okay, so as I have written one program to explain you the for loop, so let's follow that, how that program is working for us. Okay, so let's copy this code and let me explain you the sequence of instruction. Thank you, Krishna, for informing me. The voice is not coming up. Otherwise, I'm not able to know that the voice is coming or not. Okay, so let me paste the code here, and now I will explain you how this loop is working. Okay, so let me create little bit more space so that I can explain you how this loop is working. Okay, so this is the simple loop. So this part is called initialization. Initialization. This part, this part is test expression. And the last part, this part is called update statement. This part is called, this whole thing, this whole thing is called body of the loop. Okay. So now let me execute and let me mark down the execution sequence. Right? So this is the first statement to be executed. So I am marking it with 1. This is the second statement is going to be executed. If this results into true, then it will execute the third statement, which is the if, right? And if this if is true, then it will execute 3.1, right? And even if it is true or false, right, the control will go back to D++, and this is the fourth statement to execute. After the execution of D++, it will execute D is less than equal to N. Fine. So this is the basic idea. Okay. So let me check. let me do the dry run of this code. Okay, so in n, so for example, user has entered a value, say 7. Okay, then here in the control comes to the for loop. So here I have written d equal to 1. So I am writing here 1. So 1 is less than equal to d is less than equal to n. So this is true because 1 is less than equal to 7. Condition is true. So it will come down here. So 7 modulus of 1 double equal to 0 is also true. Okay, so it will update the value of count, which is initialized as 0. Okay, so it will be updated to 1. Now the control will go back to d plus plus, it will become 2. So 2 is less than equal to n. Condition is true again. Okay, then control will come down to 3. So 7 modulus of 2 is not equal to 0. So this condition is false. So even if it is false, the control will go back to d plus plus. So the value of d will become 3. So 3 is less than equal to n. Condition is true again. Condition is true again, and it will check 7 modulus of 3 double equal to 0. So this condition is again false. So again the control will go back to d plus plus. So the value of d will become 4. So 4 is less than equal to 7. Condition is true again. So control will come down here again. 7 modulus of 4 is not equal to 0. So again this condition is false. It will update the value of d again. 5. So again 5 is less than equal to and condition is true again. So it will come down here again. 7 modulus of 5 is not equal to 0. So again it is false. Again it is false. So the value of d will be updated again to 6. So 6 is less than equal to 7. Again it is true. So the control will come down here. 7 modulus of 6 is not equal to 0. The control will go back to d plus plus, which is 7. So 7 is less than equal to 7. Condition is true again. So it will come down here. 7 modulus of 7 is true. So it will update the value of count. So count will become 2 now. Now again the control will go back to d plus plus. It will be 8 now. So 8 is less than equal to 7. So this condition is false now. So when this condition is false, it will follow this route, right? Now it will check if count equal to 2. Yes, it is true here. So it will print prime number, right? So therefore we can say that 7 is a prime number. So when you are practicing this thing, you try with different numbers also and see that whether you are getting a prime number or not a prime number. So let's test this code on the Bluej environment. So we compiled the code and we now right click on the class icon and then click on the main pop-up option and then click OK. Now you can see that any number. So let's put here 11 and we know that 11 is a prime number and our program's output says 11 is a prime number. So let's try with another number. Say let's try with 15. So 15. So 15 is not a prime number. Okay. So I hope the concept of prime number is clear for everyone. And if you have any doubt or any question, then you can ask me what to do. Okay. So all the doubts are going to be welcomed by me, and you can ask any questions. Okay. And if you are able to understand the concept, please share the video with your friends such that they can also understand the concept. Okay, so let me solve another problem, a very famous problem called sum of digits problem. So in this program, what we are going to do, we're going to write another program. So write a program to input a number, to input number and print its sum of digits. digits. For example, for example, if you input, if you input, say enter any number, say you have entered 2348, then your output would be sum of digits is 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 8 is 17. So sum of digits is 17. So this is what we are going to do now. We are going to find out the sum of digit, right? So when you see this problem, many people, I have seen that even in the school also, they say that this problem is solved using while loop or do while loop. But this problem can be solved using for loop also. Fine. So let me show you how to solve this problem. Say 2348. The number is 2348. Okay. So if you divide this number with 10, right, and chop out a digit, if you divide this number with 10 and chop out this digit, right, okay, and you do a count, right, because you have done the division, right? So you chopped out this digit. Again, you take the rest of the number 234 and again divide it by 10. Then you can chop off this digit, right? So this is your second division. Now the leftover number is 23. So again divide it by 10 and chop out the last digit. So 3. Now again divide the number with 10. So chop out the digit. So this is your fourth division, but the result is 0. Correct? When you divide this, you will get 0. Right? If you are doing integer division, you will get 0 out there. Okay. So what you have to do here, you have to continuously divide till you are getting, uh, till you are, till your number is reaching 0, and you are counting how many times you are dividing. So that count value is going to be number of digits. Right. Acha, this is helping you to solve the number of digit problem also. How many digit it contain. But I want the last digit also. So what I will do, if I instead of slash operator, if I use modulus operator, right? Instead of slash operator, if I use modulus operator, I will always get the last digit. I will always get the last digit. And if I perform the addition of these digits, I will get the number. So first is 8, then the next is 4, okay. The next is 3, okay. The next is 2. Then I will definitely get the sum of digits, okay. So this is what I am going to do here. So what I will do, I'll take number as n, right? N is entered by the user, the user. Okay. So now what I will do, I will write here while n is greater than 0. Okay. And now what I will do here, I will write here, say d is equal to n modulus of 10. So the modulus operator gives the remainder. The modulus operator gives the remainder. Okay, then what you have to do here, the modulus operator will give you the remainder. That means k 2, 3, 4, 8, modulus of 8 will give you, sorry, modulus of 10 will give you 8. Modulus of 10 will give you 8. Okay, and now what you do, you need to declare a variable called sum. You need to find out the sum. So declare a s equal to 0. So write down here s is equal to s plus d. Okay, so now what you do, now you chop out the digit from n. So you write n is equal to n divided by 10. Okay, after this you close the while loop and you have got the sum in s. So now you print system dot out dot print sum of digits. Sum of digits is s. So this is the sum of the digits. Okay. So let's solve this problem on the Bluej, because computer is going to give the right kind of output. So you write here sum of digits. So with the same logic, you can count the digits also. Write public static void main string string args scanner sc is equal to new scanner system dot in. So you write here n is equal to sc dot next end. So now after this you write here while n is less than, sorry, n is greater than 0. Okay, so here in this same code you can count also number of digits. You create a variable here c is for count is equal to 0. So now here you will write uh, d is equal to n modulus of 10. So here you will get the, here you will write n modulus of 10. Then, then what you will do, then what you will do here, uh, we got the digit, then we need to add the digit with the sum. You write s is equal to s plus d. So added the digit with the sum, and now you are counting the digits also with C++. Okay, so C++ will give you the count of digits in the number. Okay, and this will give you the sum of digits digits. Okay, and here we are getting the digits, getting the digits, getting the digits. Okay, and then what you have to do, you have to chop out the digits also. So you have to write n equal to n divided by 10 to chop out the digits. So this statement will chop out the last digit, the last digit. Fine. So now we write down the output. So we write here system dot out dot print slash n sum of the digits, the digit is plus s, and we write here another one, system dot out dot print slash n count of digits is plus c. Okay, so this is the program, and let's execute this to see the output. If for example, if I have executed this, it's 2473, right? So it will give you sum of digits, which is 16, and count of digits, which is 4. And there are 4 digits here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the sum of digits is 16. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 7, 13, 13 plus 3 is 16. So it is giving you the correct output. Okay. So let's explain you the code properly. So I'm taking this code in the notes. So what I'm doing, I'm taking this code into the notes. So this is our notes, and I'm taking the code over here. So now you can see that here the while loop, right? Say for example, I have entered the number 2473. Okay. So now you can see that the value of n is 2473. So the value n greater than 0 is true. N greater than 0 is true. Fine. Now here it is written d is equal to 2473 modulus of 10. Correct? 2473 modulus of 10. That means I am going to get 3 out here. Right? I am going to get the remainder here. Right? 2743 modulus of 10 will give you 3 as a remainder. S is equal to S plus D. S is initially 0. S is initially 0, but now it will become 3. Now C is also 0. It will become 1. N is equal to N by 10. That means this will become 247. Now again the control will go from here to the loop, right? So 247 is greater than 0. So it is true. This is true again. So it will come inside here. D is equal to N modulus of 10. So here you will get 7. So S is equal to S plus D. Okay. The value of S is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. Now C will become 2. N is equal to n by 10. This will become 24 now. So again, the control will go back here. 24 is greater than 0. Yes, it is greater than 0. Now D is equal to n modulus of 10. Okay. So the value of n is 24. 24 modulus of 10 is 4. So now S is equal to S plus D. The value of S is 10 and plus 4, which is 14. Okay. C plus plus, it will make 3. Again, n equal to n divided by 10. So this will become 2 now. So the control will go back here. 2 is greater than 0. Yes, it is greater than 0. Okay. It will come down here. 2 modulus of 10. 2 modulus of 10 is 2. Okay. S is equal to S plus D. So the value of S is 14. 14 plus 2. 14 plus 2, which is 16. Okay. C plus plus. So it will become 4. N is equal to n by 10. Now this is 0. So 0 greater than 0 is false. Then when it is false, then control will come down to this place. Okay. The control will come down to this place and it will show you the output sum of digits, which is S. That means sum of digits, the output will be sum of the digits, that is 16, and the count of digits is 4. Okay. So this program can be written, I have written it using while loop, but this program can be written using for loop also. So let me show you how it is written in for loop. So what I have to do here, I will remove the while part here and I will write here for, and I just put semicolon over here and another semicolon over here, right? So it is converted into for loop now, right? Very simple. So now many people is having doubt that why I have not written the first part, that is the initialization. Why I have not written the update statement, right? And I have written this and I have compiled it, and you can see that it is compiled successfully as there is no syntax error. Okay. So now let's execute this code and see whether it is producing the same output or not. So let's try with few numbers. So for example, 78. So sum of the digits is 15 and count of the digits is 2. So it is working fantastically. Now again, let me try with another number, right? So let's give another number here, 982. So now it is giving you 19, 9 plus 8, 17 plus 2, 19, and count of the digit is also 3. So it's working fantastically, right? So now you can see that I have written the same program using while loop, using for loop, not while loop, using the for loop, right? The same code using for loop. Okay. So let me take this note over here, using for loop. So now you can see that here I'm talking about this. I am talking about this stuff. So let me take it out over here and let's try to understand what I have written. I have just written the conditional part. I've just written the conditional part. There are three portions in the for loop. This is the first portion, this is the second portion, and this is the third portion, right? This is the first portion, this is the second portion, and this is the third portion. This is the first portion, second portion, and third portion. But I have written only the second portion, right? And it is working. I have just written the test condition, and it is working. Okay. So what is the syntax of for loop? There is a very big question arises in the head of students. Okay, what is the exact syntax of for loop? All right. So here the syntax of for loop is very much similar. So you can write it down initialization statement initialization statement. Okay. Let me write it down. I need more space, so let me write it down here. Okay. For initialization statement, test expression, test expression is required. Initialization statement is required. Test expression is required, and we have update statement. Update statement. Right. But all three statements, right? All three here, initialization, test, and update, all three statements are optional. All the three statements, this, and this is optional. Optional means you can write, you can write. Optional means you can write or not, or not, right? You can write or not. Okay, so all three are optional, so that is why I have written only the statement number 2, because that is my requirement and it is solving the problem. That is why I have written the statement number 2 only. So all these three statements, I'm saying that it is optional. So many students ask me, sir, if it is optional, if I will not write down the test condition, then what will happen? Okay, so let me say you, okay, if you are not writing any any of the statement, say for example, you are not writing initialization statement, you're not writing test expression, and you are not writing update statement, it means you are creating a for loop as an infinite loop. You are creating a for loop as an infinite loop. So why I am saying that this for loop is infinite loop? This for loop is this syntax syntax is an infinite loop, infinite loop, infinite loop. And I hope everyone understand what do you mean by infinite loop, right? The loop, the loop never ends, is called infinite loop. The loop, the loop, the loop never ends, never ends, is called infinite loop, is called infinite loop, right? Is called infinite loop. So what is there here? What is there here? Right? The theory is the theory is that if if test expression is not written, if expression test expression not written is not written in the for loop, in the for loop, by default, by default, by default, it is always true. It is always true. Okay. So by default, it is always true. Fine. It is always true. Okay. It is always true. Okay. So if it is true, then the loop will keep on going and going and going, right? Till you forcefully stop the execution, right? So therefore, forceful execution is forceful. You have to apply force to stop the execution of the code. Your code will exit only if you reset the virtual machine. Reset the virtual machine. The virtual machine. So that is why this program is working, because I have provided only the test expression and the rest of the statements are there in the body. Okay, but we can shift a few statements in the part of update statement also. Just like just like n is equal to n divided by 10. This statement can be shifted to the update statement, right? So let's shift there. Let us provide the shift. So let me do this thing. So let's shift it there. So here the chopping part is done over here. Okay. So I don't need a semicolon after the third statement, right? So I can write it in this way also, and if I compile it, it will work, right? And I can shift this statement also there, okay? I can shift this statement also there. So I'll put here a comma, and then, or what I can do here, instead of comma, I'll write here. First, I will write this, and then I will write this. So I can write two statement. Okay, I can write down two statement. Okay, then I can write it down. I can write down this statement also there. Okay, so this statement I can also write there. So what I will do here, I will put it here only, this statement, right? And I can keep only one statement over here, then also it will work. Okay, you can see that when I will execute this code, it is working. Fine. So enter any number 234, and the output is sum of digits is 9 and count of the digits is 3. So it's giving output. All right. So let me shift one more statement, which is only statement present in the body. All right. So let me shift this statement also. Okay. So let me write it here, and let's put a comma sign here. So now you can see that, okay, all the statement were shifted into the for loop. Okay, and now I am executing the code. Okay, now I am writing here this 7658. So you can see that the sum of digits is 26 and count is 4. So 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 5 is 18, 18 plus 8 is 26. Okay, and the count of digits is 4. Fine. So now it is working like this. Now if I put here a semicolon, right, and I can remove this whole body. I can remove this whole body, and if I compile this, it will work, right? Okay, it's fantastic, right? So loop is executing, right? So we can apply a semicolon at the end of the for loop. So you can see that I have given the number. So 4521, sum of digits is 12 and count of digits is 4. So it is working, right? So it's working fantastically here. You can see that, right? You can see the scenario here, right? So I have completed my for loop in its brackets only, right? So now you can see this code, okay? See this code here. See this code here. So this kind of for loop, this kind of for loop is called snake loop. Snake loop, right? This kind of a for loop is called snake loop. Okay. So it contains head, it contains tail only, because snake contains head and tail only. So similarly, this loop also contains head and tail only. Okay. So you can see that here the for loop is like this: for the initialization, then condition, and then update statements, update statements, right? And these statements are separated by commas, right? And if you put a semicolon here, that means it is a snake loop, right? Here you can see that here in this case, you can see that okay, this loop is a kind of a snake loop, correct? So this is the condition part. This is the condition part. This is the condition part. You can see that okay, this is the condition part. This is the condition part. Let me take a different color here. So this is the condition part. Okay. Now you can see that this is the condition. Okay. This is the first statement after. If this condition is true, if this condition is true, it will execute this one. Then after this one will be executed. Okay. After this one will be executed. After this one will be executed. And after this, again, the condition is executed. Now you can see the how the loop is working. This, after this, after this, after this, and then this. So here I have created a loop in one line, right? So for loop is very much a versatile loop here. Okay. So now you can see that I have written the whole logic inside the for loop, right? But this kind of programming is is a bad practice, right? Is a bad practice. But in few exams, I have seen this kind of questions came, right? But in real life, this kind of a programming is a really a bad practice. So never try to do this kind of programming. But for practice, but for fun, you can have this idea. Okay. So keeping the program logic simple is the main purpose of the programmer. Okay, will be the main purpose of the programmer. You have to make your code very much simple, okay, such that the other programmer can read it and understand what you are trying to do. Okay, if there is a bug in your code, so never try to solve your program in this way. Okay, but for the logics, but for the understanding purpose, you can do this. Okay, so this is the basic idea of for loop. Fine. In for loop, in for loop, all three statements, initialization statement, test expression, update statements are optional, are optional. You can give, you cannot give, right? And the for loop is very much similar to a while loop, okay? And there is only difference is the technical writing difference is between for loop and the while loop. For loop is more versatile than the while loop because for loop provides more options than the while loop, right? Because in the while loop, you have a simple condition, test expression is there. If that test expression is true, it will execute the body. Again, it will return back to the test expression. If test expression is again true, then it will again execute the body. Otherwise, what will happen? It will exit the if the test expression is false, it will exit the execution control from the body of the loop and it will skip the body and the control will jump after the body of the for loop or while loop, right? So test expression is very much important, right? And sometimes this test expression is called exit condition. Sometimes it is called this test expression is called exit condition also. Exit condition. Okay. So if I'm speaking very fast, you just let me know that okay, I'm speaking very fast. But please share this knowledge to with your friends, right? If it is helping you, then it might help your friends also. So please share with your friends. Okay. Okay. So the next problem which I'm going to solve um, is so let me discuss something about nested loops also. Nested loops. Nested loops is basically loops within. another loop within another loop, right? So very nice example of nested loop is a clock. Clock is very nice example. Okay, clock is a very nice example of a nested loop. Fine. So you can see that a second needle is moving, right? It's keep on moving, and it's moving stepwise, one step after another step, and it is counting the steps, right? So when the second needle moves 60 steps, it means 1 minute, right? And when the minute needle moves 60 steps, it means 1 hour, right? And when our needle will move say 24 hours, then it means 1 day, right? So this is a very simple counting which is done in the clock, and clock is actually representing the nested loop. Okay, so for every step of minute, the second should take 60 steps. For every step of an hour, for every hour, we can say that a minute will take 60 steps, right? So here you can see that there are three nested loops. Okay, so clock is one of the example. If you know other examples of nested loop, please write it in the comments, right? Whether you are on the Facebook or on YouTube, please write down in the comment box. Uh, you know any nested loop example, right? Other than the clock, right? So there are more examples are also available other than the clock for nested loop. Okay. So nested loop means ke nested loop is loop inside another loop, loop, right? The inner loop, the inner loop is called a nested loop. It's called a nested loop. Okay. The inner loop is called a nested loop. Fine. For every step or for each step of outer loop, for each step of outer loop, the inner loop, the inner loop or the nested loop will complete its rotation, will complete its rotation or execution. Okay. So the concept of nested loop is also very much important. Fine. So in Java, we have while loop and for loop. So inside a while loop, if you can create another while loop or for loop, right? A while loop, right? Inside this while loop, if you have created for loop, or inside this for loop, you have created a while loop. All right. So so this is the nested. This kind of looping is called nested loop. This is the innermost loop, innermost loop, right? Or nested loop, or nested loop. Okay, this is also a nested loop. This for loop, this for loop is also a nested loop. This is also a nested loop, nested loop. This while loop is also the nested loop, nested loop. This while is outer loop. Okay, so loop inside a loop. it can be any kind of a loop. While inside a while loop you have a while loop, or inside a while loop you have a for loop. Inside a for loop you have a while loop. Inside a while loop you can have for loop again. Okay, so it depends upon a situation, what kind of loop you are comfortable, and you what kind of loop you are taking in, right? So the first thing is that the inner loop or the nested loop completes its execution first, right? And for every step, this is very much important. This concept is very much important. For every step, for every step, the inner loop, for every step of for every step of its outer loop, of its outer loop, the inner loop, the inner loop will complete its execution, will complete its execution, execution and starts over again, and starts over again. Okay, so let me show you one example. Say, for example, I want to print the table from a particular number to a particular number. That means ki I want to print a table from one value to another value, right? I want to print the multiplication table of a particular range of values, okay, up to 10 times, okay, up to 10 times. So what I have to do? The question is, question is, write a program to input a range and print and print the multiplication table, print the multiplication table up to 10 times, up to 10 times in that range, that range. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do now. Okay, say you can I can show you one example also. For example, say say range is 5 to say 8, 5 to 8. So what my program will do? My program will print 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Then 6, 12, 18, and so on till 60. Then 7, 14, 21, so on with 70. 8, 16, 24, and so on with 80. So my program will print something like this. Okay, so I'm going to Bluej to solve this problem. See, and I will explain the code also. Multiplication table. Table. Before start writing down the code, I'll take some water. I'm feeling very much thirsty. So public static void main string args. So right here scanner sc is equal to new scanner system dot in. Okay, sorry, I don't have to create the block for this. It's not required. So now I need a range. So I will need a lower bound as LB, upper bound as UB, and product as P. And yeah, I need a variable called start also. And then what I will do, I will write here system dot out dot print slash f, enter lower bound, and here you write it down lb is equal to sp dot next int. Okay, and system dot out dot print, then you will write here enter the upper bound, enter the upper bound, ub is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so here you will write down a loop, right? A loop is required. So the loop is like this. You can use for loop or you can use while loop also. So let me write here while lower bound is less than equal to upper bound. Okay. And now I need to print the multiplication table of the lower bound. Okay. So I will create a for loop for for then I will write here start equal to 1, right, and start is less than equal to 10 because I need it for the 10 times, and then I will write here start plus plus. Okay, so I will increment the value of start by 1. Okay, so now here I will write p is equal to p multiply by p is equal to p multiply by start. Okay, no, not p. Here I will use lb into start. Okay, and after multiplying it, I will print the value of p. System dot out dot print, and here what you will do, here you will write down string dot format, right, and here you write down one format called percentage of say 4d. Okay, so if you follow this syntax, then your output will be arranged properly. Okay, then P. Percentage 4D means ki it will occupy 4 spaces for every output. Okay, and it will print the value of P, and then percentage of 4D. It is a string. So I have to write this as a string. Then what I will do, I will change the line system dot out dot print ln to change the line, and then I will increment the value of lb. So I will write here lb plus plus. Okay, let's compile this and let's execute the code here. So now you can see that I am executing the multiplication table code. So lower bound is 5 and upper bound is 10. And now you can see that the table from 5 to 10 is there. 5 into 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 6 is 30, 5 times 7 is 35, 5 times 8 is 40, 5 times 9 is 45, 5 times 10 is 50, and so on. Okay, so I hope you people understood this, the way I have solved the problem. Okay. If you have any questions on this, you can ask me. Okay, so let me explain you this first, how I am solving it. So this is the code. Okay, so the value of upper bound, the value of lower bound is 5. The value of upper bound is say 10. Okay, so 5 is less than equal to 10. So you can write here LV is less than equal to UB. Okay, so this condition is true. So start is 1, start is equal to 1, right? 1 is less than equal to 10, so this condition is true. So this condition is true, right? So it will execute this statement. Okay, so if this is your statement number 1, if this is your statement number 1, then this will be statement number 2, this will be statement number 3, this is 4, and this is 5, right? After 5, this will execute. Okay, got my point? And when this condition will become false, when this condition will become false, in that case it will jump to this place, right? So you can mark it as 6, this is at 7, and then you again come back to this statement. And when this condition is false, it will execute this, and then your program gets ended. Okay, so I hope you people understand this very easily. If you mark down the arrows the way I have marked down, then you can very much easily understand this program. Okay, so start is 1, 1 is less than equal to 10. It will come down here. LV, the value of LV is 5, 5 into 1 is 5. Okay, the value of P is 5. Now system.out.print string.format percentage D, percentage 4D. Just try to understand this percentage 4D. Say this is your output screen. This is your output screen. So percentage 4D means it will mark 4 boxes like this on your screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 boxes, right? And now what it will do, it will print the values as a write justified. So 5 will be here. Okay. Now again start plus plus start will become 2 now. So 2 is less than equal to 10, condition is true. So it will come down here. LB is 5, 5 into 2 is 10. So the value of P is 10. Now it will execute this. Again it will block 4 boxes and then print 10 in this way. Okay. So now again it start plus plus 3. So 3 is less than equal to 10. So 5 into 3 is 15. So again it will block 4 boxes and print 15 like this. Okay. So it will continue like this. The value of start is say 10. So 10 is less than equal to 10. Condition is true. So it will come down here. The value of start is 10. It has reached 10. So it will become 10 in 5 into 10, that is 50. The value of this will be 50. Okay, so it will block first 4 spaces, 1 2 3 4 spaces, and print 50 like this. Okay, so now again start plus plus, so start will become 11. 11 is less than equal to 10, condition is false. So when the condition will be false, then we come down here, it will change the line and wait here, right? LB plus plus, so LB will become 6 now. Okay, then again it will go back here. 6 is less than equal to UB. Yes, it is true again. It is true again. So again, the value of start will be 1. The value of start will be 1. Here you can see that the value, the inner for loop is restarting. The inner for loop is restarting. Very important point. The inner loop, the inner loop always restarts starts for each value or step of outer loop. Okay, I hope this idea will be clear now. Okay, so now the value of start here, the restart starts. This is the restarting point. Start is 1, 1 is less than equal to 10, condition is true, it will come down here. 6 into 1, so here you will get 6, and here again 4 boxes will be blocked, 6. Now start will become 2. Okay, so 2 is less than 10, so 6 into 2, that is 12. Okay, it will print again, block 4 boxes and print 12. Okay, then again start plus plus, it will be 3, right? So 3 is less than equal to 10, so 6 into 3 is 18. So after blocking the 4 box, it will print 18. And this process will go on. Now you assume that case start is 10. So 10 is less than equal to 10. So 6 into 10 is 60. So it will block 4 boxes here and will print 60. Okay, then start will become 11. So 11 is less than equal to 10, condition is false. It will change the line. It will change the line. It will increment the value of LB, that is 7. So similarly, 7 will also be printed, right? The 7 will also be printed similarly, 7, 14, and 21, and 17. Okay. Now you can see that case after 7, it will be 8, right? It will be 8, it will be 9. Similarly, I hope you people have understood the concept of nested looping, right? If you want, I can solve more problems on nested looping. Okay, so let me solve another problem, right? This problem is given by Krishnov Kanoi, and I'm solving this problem. Okay, and this problem deals with some word. Okay, there is a word called simple. There is a word called simple. But let me solve some easier pattern than this one, and then after that I will come back to these problems. Okay, so let me solve some easier pattern problems to make you understand what is the nested loop. Okay, so let's solve a problem like this. Say I want to see, question is like this. The question is like this. Write a program to input, write a program to input number of rows, input number of rows, and print the following pattern. So I'm going to solve two patterns here. So the first pattern is, say, enter number of rows, number of rows. So I've entered 5. So pattern 1 is like this. Pattern 1 is like this: A, B, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, then A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so it will print the pattern like this. And then there is another pattern, right? Same input, but the pattern is different. So it will be like this: A, B, A, B, C, then A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, D, and it will be like this only. Okay. So that is the only difference between these two patterns. This is the pattern number 2 and this is the pattern number 1. So let me solve these two patterns using nested loop. Okay. So in the last case, I have used a while loop and the for loop, but in this case, I'm going to use two while loops to solve the first pattern and two for loops to solve the second pattern. It doesn't mean that these two patterns are going to solve only with the for loop, right? You can solve it in any ways, right? So I'm using the while loop to solve the first pattern, and then I'm going to use the for loop to solve the second pattern, right? To explain you both the varieties, right? You can do the reverse also in the homework. You can do the reverse also. You can solve the first pattern using the for loop and the second pattern using the while loop only, right? So that will makes a practice of solving problems using nested loop, right? You can solve any way, right? Using while for while also. Okay, so that makes you comfortable in programming in loops also, right? Becoming comfortable with the loops is very much important in programming, and that is the main gateway to the computer programming. Okay, so let me solve this problem. Okay, here. So pattern 1. So this is the first class, like static void main string args. Then here scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in system.in system.in. Okay. So declare the variable number of rows. So n is the number of rows. Then we need I and j, okay, for the looping because we need to do a nested loop here. So I and j is required, and then you will write here n is equal to sc dot next int sc dot next int. So here you can say that system dot out dot print, and here you will write down slash f, enter number of rows. Okay. So here you have got the number of rows. Now we are going to write down here I is equal to 1, and here I will write while I is less than equal to n, and then I will write here j is equal to 1. Then here I will write while j is less than equal to I, and yeah, we need to print a b c d, right? So we need to declare a character variable here. Okay, character c is equal to a. Okay, so now we are here. So we start, say for example, we start j as 0, j as 0, I is also 0. It helps. Okay, I will remove the equal to symbol, and here I will write j is less than equal to I, and then what I will do here, I will write here system dot out dot print. I will print the value of c, and what I will do, I will update the value of c with, I'll do some typecasting here, c with I, c plus I. I always update this. and then I will do the typecasting. Okay, C plus not I, it will be J. Okay, C plus sorry, C minus C plus J, not minus, C plus J, not minus J, and then you write here J plus plus. Okay, after this you change the line, system dot out dot print ln, and then you write it down I plus plus. Okay, so this is the program. I have written this code using while loop. You can write this code using for loop also. Okay, so let me execute this, and then I will explain it. Explain the code to you people. Now you can see that A B, A B C, A B C D, A B C D E is there, but there is one requirement. I need to give space also. Okay, so let me give the space also. So plus space. Okay, I forgot to give. But now let me execute this code. Oh, click on main, number of rows. You can give any. So now you can see that the output, right? So this is the output of this code. So let me explain you this code first. So let me keep this notes over here. So let me write it down over here. Yeah. So now you can see that the value of n. So n is number of rows. Let me write down n equal to 5. Then we write down I is equal to 0. Then I is less than n. So this condition is true. So j is equal to 0 while j is less than equal to I. So this condition is true. So it will generate the output as, so the value of C is A. The value of C is small a plus 0. So small a plus 0 is small a, right? It will be converted to character. So it will generate a small a. Okay. And then a space will be generated. Now we write here J plus plus. So J will become 1. So again, the control will go back to this place, right? So 1 is less than equal to 0. The condition is false. The condition is false, right? So when it is true, it has executed this, it has executed this, and then it will go back here. So if it is false, then control will jump to here. It will change the line. Then I plus plus. So I will become 1, right? Then from here, the control will go back to this place. So 1 is less than 5. 1 is less than 5. So true. J equal to 0 again. So now you can see the restarting thing, 0. So 0 is less than equal to 1. Condition is true. So it will print C plus J. That means small a plus 0. That is small a, and a space will be there. So now J plus plus. So J will become 1. So 1 is less than equal to 1. Condition is true again. Right? Condition is true again. True again. So it will print the value B and the space, because C plus J is 1. So A plus 1 is B, and this B will be converted to character. Right? It will be converted to integer. But as I am typecasting to character, it will be converted to character, right? So here I am using the typecasting concept of typecasting, right? This is the concept of typecasting. This is the concept of typecasting. Casting. Okay. So I hope typecasting concept is clear for you people, right? The people who are watching this uh, looping session, they know the typecasting thing, right? Converting one type to another type. Okay. Typecasting is basically converting converting higher type, higher data type to lower data type forcefully, forcefully or explicitly. Okay, so that is called the typecasting. So here that is what I am doing here. Okay, fine. So we have printed b, right? Now the value of j will become 2. So 2 is less than equal to 1, condition is false. So it will come out of the loop and it will wait here, right? And then it will change the line and then the value of I will be 2. So 2 is less than equal to 5, less than 5 condition is true again. 2 is less than 5, condition is true again. So j will become 0 again. So 0 is less than equal to I, this is true. It was false, but now it is true. So it will print the value a and a space j plus plus. So j will become 1. So 1 is less than equal to 2, condition true. So it will print here uh, b, right? Now j plus plus, so j will become 2. So 2 is less than equal to 2, condition true. So it will print c here, right? So now again the value of j will become 3 now. So 3 is less than equal to 2, condition is false now. So condition is false now. So then it will change the line here and the value of I will become now 3. Okay, so in this way it will execute and it will print the whole pattern, right? If you follow it properly, it will print the whole pattern. Okay, so try to convert this code, right? In the homework, try to convert this code, this code in for loop format, in for loop format, right? And please comment it, and please comment it, comment it. Okay, so if you comment it, I will feel happy that you people understood this concept, right? This concept of nested looping. And please comment also that what I can do to explain you better. Okay, okay, let me solve the next problem. Okay, so the next problem is this: A B, A B C, A B C D, A B C D E. Right? So solving this kind of a problem, what you need to do, you need to understand that there are spaces over here. There are spaces over here. So how many spaces are there? So here you can see that one space is there. Here you can see that two spaces are there. Here you can see that three spaces are there. And here you can see that four spaces are here, right? That means ki if number of rows is 5, number of rows is 5, then number of spaces, then number of spaces, right? Spaces, the first time the space is 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. It is reducing, then 0, right? The number of spaces is reducing as we go to the towards bottom, right? So the number of spaces is reducing. Okay, so let's solve this problem. So pattern 2. So here what I'm doing here, I understand that key I have n minus 1 spaces are there, right? So here we have one less amount of space, that is n minus 1. And this loop is always starting from I, so it will automatically reduce one space every time. Okay, so now let's do the printing of the alphabet part. So we write here for j is equal to 0, j is less than n, no, not n, j is less than equal to I, and j plus plus, right? So this loop is for printing the character. So loop for printing alphabets, alphabets. Okay, now here you write it down. System dot out out dot print, and inside this you just write down C. Okay, I have to typecast this C plus J, but I need to do typecasting here also. You write here character, in the bracket for this character, and you can print a space also here. Okay, and then here you write it down, dot out dot print ln, and we are done with this. So let's execute this pattern too. Right, so I need to give one more space here, then I will execute this. So number of rows 5. So now you can see that the pattern has came perfectly all right. So what I have done here, I have given here two spaces instead of one. Okay, so let me explain you this code. So here the value of n is again 5. Okay, so the value of I is 0. 0 is less than 5, I is less than 5 is true. Then the value of j is equal to 0, and the value of j is less than n minus 1, that is also true. Okay, so it will print a space here. Okay, a two space, not one space, two space. Okay, then the control will go back to control will, from here the control will go back to j plus plus. So j will become 1. So 1 is less than n minus 1, because n is 5, 5 minus 1 is 4. So 1 is less than 4, it will print another 2 space. Okay, then again the value of j will become 2. So 2 is less than 4, condition is true. So it will print another 2 spaces. Right, now j plus plus, it will be 3. So 3 is less than 4, so it will print another 2 spaces. Right, now the value of j will become 4. So 4 is less than 4, condition is false now. Condition is false now, and it will come down here again. So the value of j will become 0 again. So 0 is less than equal to 0, right? The value of j is less than equal to I. So this condition is true only. Okay, so it will print c plus j, that is A, right, and a space. Okay. Now the value of j will become 1. So 1 is less than equal to 0. Condition is false. Okay. So condition is false. It will come down here. It will change the line here, and the control will go back to this I plus plus. So I will become 1. So j equal to I. So I will become 1. Sorry, j will become 1 because this condition is true here. The j will become 1. J is less than n minus 1. So j will be true. Yeah. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So 1 is less than 4. So it is true. So it will print two spaces. Now the value of j will become 2 now. So 2 is less than 4. It will print another two spaces. It is true because, right? Then again j plus plus 3. 3 is less than 4. Condition is true. So condition is true. It will print another two space. So j plus plus value of j will become 4. So 4 is less than 4. Condition is false. So now j will become 0 again. So 0 is less than equal to 1. Condition is true. So it will print the character a and a space. Okay. Now j plus plus it will be 1. Right. So true. So 1 is also less than equal to 1, so it is true. So it will print b and a space. Now j plus plus, so it will be 2 here. So 2 is less than equal to 1. Condition is false, so it will come out of the loop and wait here. Okay, then again the value of I will be incremented by 1. 2. So j equal to 2. So j is 2 here. So 2 is less than 4. Condition is true. So it will print two spaces. One space, two space. Now j plus plus, it will be 3. 3 is less than 4. 3 is less than 4. Condition is true. So it will print another two spaces. Okay. Now j plus plus, it will be 4. 4 is less than 4. False. Condition is false. So when this condition is false, it will come to this loop. So the value of j will become 0 again. So 0 is less than equal to I. So the value of I is 2. Condition is true again. So it will print here a and a space. Then j will become 1. 1 is less than equal to 2. Here this is true. This condition is true. Okay, this condition is true. And then it will print the value b. Again it will rotate, right? Again from here it will go here. The value of j will become 2. So 2 is less than equal to I, which is 2. Condition is true. So it will print c and a space, right? The value of j will become 3 now. So 3 is less than equal to 2 is false, right? It is false. So it will come out of the loop here. Okay, system.out.println. So we are here, right? And again the value of I will be incremented by 1. So from 2 it will become 3. So 3 is less than 5, and so on. It will continue like this, and it will print the pattern. Okay, so I hope you people have learned loads of things. Now I'm feeling very much tired, so I'm stopping the session. And I hope you people have understood. Please comment and share this session with your friends so that they will also get some help. And please ask questions, right? Please ask questions. Again, I'm repeating it, right? Please ask questions, and you comment that how I can improve my teaching skills. Okay, thank you.